Tom Temprano, Community College Board candidate. My personal background in connection to community college occurred when I was in high school. I was educated in public schools my whole life. My dad was a public school teacher, and when I was a junior, I had to drop out of school to deal with a really serious illness. Fortunately, my local community college had a really strong relationship with our school district, and immediately I was enrolled in community college classes at night and on the weekends around my treatment schedule. It was really the only thing that kept me on track and allowed me to rejoin my high school class for my senior year, graduate, move to San Francisco, go to San Francisco State, which I always tell people got me, when you get your poli-sci degree from State, you end up with a bar in the Mission, so it's not a bad degree to have. Was the president of the Harvey Milk Club for 2 years, been on the board for 7 years now, and my 2 years as president were right at the beginning of the accreditation crisis, so that was how I first jumped into the fight to save the college. Now I'm running for the board for the second year in a row because I believe that I have the right skill set and priorities to not just right the ship, but make sure that we're building a sustainable, a whole city college, for the generations of folks that are going to need it in the future. So a few of my big priorities, to make sure that we have a common sense budget that isn't spending millions and millions on special consultants, putting way more than we need into our reserves, at the same time that we aren't adequately, funding our faculty. We don't have adequate support services for our students. These are the kind of things we should be spending money on, not consultants, and again, not having much larger than necessary reserves. I believe, obviously, as someone who benefited from this relationship, that we need to have a really strong relationship with the school district. It's just unthinkable that we have so many SFUSD graduates that aren't going on to any sort of higher education institution. City College should be there for them. In that 3 minutes, so I'll wrap it up quick there and say that I also want to make sure that we have the classes and programs that our students want, that we aren't cutting classes that are almost fully enrolled right when the semester starts, when a lot of students are still registering. That does a disservice to our students and to our faculty, that we're not having wait lists for things like our nursing program. There's no reason in the height of an enrollment crisis to have a wait list for any class, in my opinion. So those are a few of my priorities. I've got a ton of great supporters I can name drop, but I'd rather talk to all of you. So.
All right, Tom.